All right, awesome. All right, guys. Well, my name is David Keith Turner, and I am a mindset transformation coach. For those of you who don't know me, I work with optimists who are a little bit ambitious, but feel a bit stuck and they want to level up their lives, and they realize that their mindset has something to do with it. So if that's you, amazing. You'll probably get a lot out today. These sessions, I focus more so on the mindfulness side, but today's one, we're going to go into limiting beliefs. So I hope you feel ready for that. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. What is a belief? A belief is a feeling or a mental acceptance that something is true. I want you to think about that. It's a feeling or a mental acceptance that something is true. We all have a lot of things that we believe. We have various levels of belief as well. We have like an opinion, like I believe that Johnny Depp would be an interesting person to hang out with. That's just an opinion. But if I saw some videos of him just acting an absolute fool and throwing chairs at people, I might change that because it's only an opinion I have. Then the next level is a belief, something that we've got a lot of facts to back up. We've got a lot of experiences, a lot of reference points to back up. And then we have a conviction, which is something that's so strong, people can tell us straight to our face information that completely conflicts with it, that looks true, and we'll completely ignore it. Why? Because we feel so strongly about it. This is where people feel that like maybe God is real, and other people say, I've got all these facts that prove that it's not. Well, I don't care. I'm convinced. I've got this strong conviction. Now, unfortunately, sometimes we've got beliefs that we're holding that are not helping us. We've all had experiences with this. We've got things that we believe about ourselves that we're not possible to do something that we really want. We've got so many of them that unfortunately, when we get to a certain point in our lives, they will be what keeps us stuck. A limiting belief basically means you've established a point you cannot go beyond. I know when I had chronic fatigue syndrome, I believed that I was going to be sick forever. I had 16 years to back that up. I had facts, I had reference points. I had weeks I could remember not being able to get out of bed. I had all the prescription pills that I had to go take every night to go to sleep. But what happened for me was I started realizing, well, this is not helpful. And I ended up getting a mindset coach who started challenging me on that. So, well, why do you believe that? Everything that we believe, unfortunately, most of our beliefs are not based on fact. They're based on our opinion. They're based on our experience. And everyone else has had a completely different experience to us. One of the things that happened when I worked with a coach was she said, I believe that you can get better. And she said it with so much force and so much conviction that a part of me believed it. So I thought, well, maybe I'll believe a little bit in your belief in me. And I started working with her, and over a period of time, I managed to get off all those pills. And as I slowly started seeing myself get that energy, my belief system changed. Like I started thinking, well, maybe I can get fit. Maybe I can get healthy. Maybe I can get off these pills. And that's kind of how it works. Now, the problem is that most people have so many limiting beliefs that they feel certain about that are not necessarily true. We have either empowering beliefs or limiting beliefs. That's what we need to keep in mind. Now, one of the stories I love about this was there's this student who was taking the SATs over in America, and his mum basically made him take them. He didn't want to. He didn't believe that he was going to do well. He wanted to drop out of school. But she was so adamant that he took them, he decided just to keep her happy, I'll do it. He got a 1480 out of a possible 1600. And he was like, oh my God, maybe I am actually smart. Maybe I've just been wasting all my talents all these years. And he looked at that and he's like, well, I've got all these other bad results, but maybe that's just because I haven't applied myself. Maybe I am smarter. So he started applying himself. And over a period of time, his grades got better. He ended up going to college, and he ended up starting a successful magazine company. He became an entrepreneur. 13 years later, the SAT board sent him an email saying, you were one of 13 people that we actually sent the wrong results to. You did not get a 1480. You got a 740. And what he said, it's not that I was a 1480. It's that I believed I was. We don't go beyond where we believe we can go. I never believed I could be well, I could be energetic, I could have the things that I want. I didn't believe I deserved to be loved in the way that I wanted to. Until I changed that belief, nothing changed. Why? Because I kept expecting the same thing to happen over and over again. And what we want to start to identify is, hang on, what are these beliefs that I hold that are holding me back? I've seen people so many times, they say, I want more money. And I'll say, oh, well, what about these things? Oh, no, it's not going to work. I'm like, well, you just said you want it. Yeah, but I can't have it. Why not? I don't believe I can have it. That's why so many lotto winners lose all their money in the end, because they don't believe they deserve it. They don't believe that they are rich. I think it's something ridiculous, like 56% of all lotto winners lose it all within 5 years. And that's just limiting beliefs. They don't believe they deserve it. They don't believe that they can have it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do some journaling exercises to figure out what limiting beliefs we have. And we're going to actually try and destroy some of it. Beliefs are kind of like a table. They've got all these legs of reference that we hold underneath, all these things that we remember and these experiences. So I can't have money. Well, I've got heaps of times that I can remember where I didn't have money. I have all these times where I remember, not having money to pay for my car, not being able to earn more, my boss saying I can't have a pay rise. I've got all these things. And if we start to change our perception of all of them slowly over time, like I didn't just get over my chronic fatigue. It took me like 2 months, 3 months to start changing what I believed about myself. It's incremental progress of chipping away at them, especially if it's a powerful one. It takes a bit of work. So what I want you to do in your journal is just write down Mindful Mondays. I'm going to kick a limiting beliefs ass today. That's what I want you to write down. Mindful Mondays. I'm going to kick a limiting beliefs ass today. Now you can spell that Australian way, the American way, whichever way you want. Or you can say but if you want. Have a bit of fun with it. For some reason, just writing the word but sounds so childish, but it just makes me smile and it just takes all seriousness out of it. It relaxes me. Also, when people say thingamabob or doobaliki, when they're describing things, for some reason just relaxes me straight away. So I want you to write down number 1. Underneath that, just the number 1. What is a situation that you're experiencing right now that you would like to see some change? Maybe you'd like to have a bit more money, a bit more romance in your love life. Maybe you'd like, you'd like to have more holidays. Maybe you'd like a pay rise, a new job. What's a situation that you're experiencing right now you'd like to see some change? Now, maybe you've written down a couple, maybe you've got a lot of writing there. But I want you to just think about the situation in its most basic form. So it could be, I don't have as much money as I'd like. I want to get healthier. Whatever it is, I want a better relationship with my kids. Whatever it is that thing is that you really want. You want to see that change. So number 2, right? Number 2 underneath that. What are your thoughts about this situation? So I want you to start by saying, my thoughts about this situation are, and then underneath, I want you to write each thought on its own line. Maybe your thought is, it's really hard to make more money. I'm not smart enough. They won't listen to me. Nothing I do will ever be good enough. Whatever it is, whatever thought you have about this situation. And I want you to write a few. At any point, just take a deep breath. Just relax. Just know that we're going to have some fun with this exercise. So again, just in case you're not sure, what are your thoughts about this situation? Maybe some of the ones that are stopping you. It's going to take too long, too difficult. I was a pain in the ass as a kid, so I don't deserve to be happy. whatever it is for you. Now, I want you to pick one of those. Read back through that list and which one of those feels the most powerful to you. You know, in a positive way, and also a negative way, actually, because we're going to try and release something here. So one of them that just feels quite negative. It just feels like it's got a hold over you, that thought. You just know that that's a thought that you really believe to be true. It's really limiting the belief in yourself right now. And I want you to just put an asterisk next to it. Whichever one, just pick one of them. Excellent. Now I want you to ask yourself the question. So underneath, you can write the number 4 because this is the 4th step. I want you to answer this. Is this statement that you wrote down true? It's either it's true or it's false. Whatever you've written, that line that you asterisk, is it true or is it false? Whatever comes to you first, just write that down. Number 5, underneath, can you 100%, without any doubt in your mind, know that that statement is true? Is there absolutely no chance that it's wrong? Like, there's just no doubt. It is fact. That statement is true. Ask yourself that question. There's no chance in hell that it's wrong. Now, is there a little bit of a doubt? So either right, it's true, it's false, or it's possible I'm wrong. And now, underneath, number 6, I want you to explore this in just 2 or 3 lines. What is life like for you when you believe that statement that you've written to be true? What is your life like? Just write a few lines. When I accept that, the statement that you wrote, when I accept that I'm not good enough to be loved, my life is, and how is your life? What's your life like believing that statement? What limitations does it place on you? Maybe you don't go for the job. Maybe you don't ask people out. Maybe you, whatever it is. And again, just take some deep breaths if you feel a bit stuck or stressed or anything. Next part's the fun part. Now, hopefully you're starting to see that when you believe that, it causes a bit of limit to some of your actions and how you're feeling. Now, this is the fun one. Number 7. What would your life be like if you were never allowed to think that thought again? So have a look at that statement that you asterisked. It's completely abolished from your mind. You're never allowed to think that again. That thought is completely gone. You have no knowledge of it. And the opposite of that statement is now true. If it said, I'll never be loved for who I am loved for who I am. And I want you to write, what would your life be like believing that the opposite of that statement is now true? You are smart enough, whatever it is that you wrote. What would be different? What would you do differently? Now, this is a fun exercise that you can do at any point. You can take a belief that you have about yourself, and you can ask yourself those 4 questions. Is it true? I 100% believe that it is true. Do I accept that there's not a chance in hell I'm wrong? There's no opposition to it. No possibility. Then the third one is, what's my life like when I believe it? And what's my life like when I can never think that again? And what you start to see is, hang on, I'm holding this belief, but it's not helpful. It's literally robbing me of that thing that you just wrote at the last stage there. And no thought, no belief is worth taking you from what you just wrote as the last one back to the one before that. Anyway, I digress. Now, I hope you're feeling a little bit better there, that you've kind of like saw what the other side of the coin is there. And you're starting to realize, hang on, this is silly. I don't want to believe that anymore. It's not helping me. I don't feel good. I'd much rather believe the opposite. That's just a better life for me. Now, we're going to jump into a guided meditation / visualization. So I want you to get nice and comfortable. Just take that moment to just be really proud of yourself that you just did some work there, did some thought work to identify a limiting thought. Next time that you think that thought, you'll probably just be like, oh, I don't want to think that. It's not going to help me. And there'll be a little bit of resistance, and it'll be enough to just create a little bit of a shift in you and to behave a little bit differently. Get nice and comfortable. Crack your neck from side to side. Just move it around. I'm going to put some meditation music on. And I want you to just get into the space, nice and comfortable. Cross your legs if you want. Try and keep your back straight, and don't place your head on anything. Make it so that you're supporting the weight of your own head so you don't fall asleep. I want you, when you're ready, close your eyes. As you close your eyes, just become aware how your body's feeling. Is it tense? Is it relaxed? Feel good? I want you to just start on your own without counting or anything like that. Just start taking some deep breaths in through your nose, into your stomach, holding for a second, and just releasing them out through your mouth. I want you to take 3 really deep breaths in your own time. Let yourself relax. Let go of any thoughts that are coming to mind. Just let them go. Now, you arrived in this space and you're feeling a bit relaxed. We're going to go on a little bit of a journey. I want you to start this journey by visualizing in front of you and slightly above a cloud of purple lavender energy. Just imagine this nice little cloud just floating there. You can see that it's swirling and got sparks in it, like it's electric. And it just feels really calming to notice this lavender energy just floating in front of you. And as you're watching it, I want you to just imagine part of it is starting to move towards you. It's like a funnel that's coming out of it towards the forehead of you. While you're sitting there, I want you to just imagine it swirling like a tornado or like a cyclone. It's moving, spinning and slowly funneling down until the bottom of the tornado connects with your forehead. I want you to just feel this lavender energy slowly move through your head, all around your head, and behind your eyes. Just feels really nice. Feels calming and powerful at the same time. Feel this electric energy just moving all around your head, behind your eyes, in your chin. Just feel it slowly just move down the back of your spine. Feel it just go all the way down through your arms. Feel the tingling of this energy just passing through your body. Feel it keep moving down through your spine, down into your lungs, down into your heart. It just feels really good. It just feels really calming and powerful. Just feel it in your body. It just feels so good. And it just keeps moving down through your stomach, into your hips, down both of your legs, through your knees, through your shins, all the way through your feet and into the floor below where you're sitting. And I want you to imagine that every time you breathe in, you pull that lavender energy all the way through your body into the ground. And every time you breathe out, it comes up all the way through your body, and it just takes all the negativity with it. It takes any illness, any negative thoughts, any limiting beliefs. It just cleanses your body. So I want you to imagine that you're breathing it in all the way down through, and you're breathing it out, releasing it back up into the sky. So we're going to do these breaths. I'm going to guide you. I want you to breathe in through your nose when you're breathing it in, and out through your mouth when you're breathing it out. And I'm going to breathe in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in lavender energy all the way through your body, all the way through your feet into the ground, and then breathe out again through your mouth and just release any negative energy. Again, in 3, 2, 1, breathe in. Feel all the positive energy flowing through your body, and then breathe out again through your mouth. Just enjoy it. And one more time in 3, 2, 1, breathe in through your nose. Feel it just go all the way through your body. Feel the positive energy. And again, release it out through your mouth. Just feel it all come back up through. Just enjoy this feeling as you do it a few more times by yourself. Breathing it in and breathing it out. Now, as you're feeling slightly relaxed, I want you to imagine that you're sitting at the top of a hill and you're looking out over a beautiful valley. There's trees around you and you're just sitting there. As you are right now, either on a chair or with your legs crossed, and you're just sitting there looking out over this beautiful valley, and it's in the evening, so the sun is slowly going down. And as you're looking out over this valley, you see that purple lavender energy cloud hovering in the center of the valley. And as it's just swirling around and moving, you start to see it get bigger. And you start to see it moving towards you. And there's a form slowly moving out of this lavender energy. And you realize it's a person. As it's slowly moving out, you feel relaxed, you feel calm. And you finally see this person's face. And you realize that it's you. But it's not you as you know you. It's the happiest version of you you've ever seen. And this version of you is a few years older, maybe 5 years older. I want you to just see this version of you. They just look so happy. See how they're dressed. See what their physical appearance looks like. See the smile. Just see them moving towards you. Slowly walking down from this lavender energy. And they just put their arms out wide and they're just so happy to see you. You stand up, you give them a hug, and they just look so happy to see you. They're excited. They just look so good, so at peace, so confident. And then you both sit down, looking out over the valley. And they look at you and say to you, you know, everything's going to be okay. I've seen what's going to happen. And everything is slowly getting better. It might be tough right now. You might feel challenged. Things can be difficult. But trust me, things that we wanted to see happen, they're all coming true. They're slowly moving into form. And they look you dead in the eye and they say, but you need to believe it's possible. And you just feel that energy. You're seeing it's possible. You see them, it's happened. And I want you to take this moment now, looking at this version of you, and I want you to ask them a question. Anything that you want, and I want you to imagine them answering you with something really true you need to hear right now. So take that moment now to ask the question and allow yourself to be open to receiving the guidance. Now, I want you to just remember what they said. I want you to look at them and say thank you. And just imagine them just beaming at you and just saying, you've got this. I believe in you. You've got this. And they get up, and while they're facing you, they slowly just move back into the lavender energy, and it slowly just shrinks and eventually disappears. You're just sitting in that valley, and you just feel a calmness come over you. You know you are okay. Everything's going to be okay. Whatever happens, you've got this. This version of you is available at any time to ask for guidance. And that makes you feel good. You're not alone. You've always got them. And now while you're sitting in this valley, I want you to just give yourself a little bit of a smile. Let a smile just come across your face. Just take a deep breath in through your nose. Just relax and let your shoulders drop and just enjoy that calmness and peace. And I want you to slowly start coming back into the space where you are, where your body is right now. Start moving your fingers and toes and just see that valley just slip away and feel yourself just coming back into the present moment where you're sitting. Move those fingers, move those toes, move your shoulders, move your neck. Just allow yourself to come back into the space. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. Amazing, guys. Well done. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Limiting beliefs are an absolute bugger. I'm not going to lie. They get in the way of ruining everything. We all have them. And, a lot of them are from that subconscious programming that we heard when we were kids. It's hard to be healthy. Only bad people get rich. Once we start learning that these are just stories and they're just not facts. I know lots of people who've got money and they're good people. I know lots of people who find it easy to be healthy. And because they believe it's easy to be healthy, they don't fight it. It's the people who think it's hard to be healthy that are unhealthy in a lot of the situations that I see. And it's a lot of the people who think that money's evil that don't end up with money. And, it's not a way to value your life, whether you've got money or not, but if you believe you can be happy and be loved and be connected and be authentic and live your true self and still have a happy life, that's a good belief to work on. Well, I hope you guys had a great time being here. I'm just going to end the recording now.